Hey everybody, Ron Phillips here. Getting ready to head out to Washington, D.C. We're going to do an event out there over the weekend, but I wanted to... Usually anytime I do some kind of a Ron rant, it is in written form, which I've done, but I wanted to do this one in a video as well. I'm a little irritated, and I have been for years about this, but recently we've just had so many of you who have spent so much money on seminar companies and have nothing to show for it. Now, and that's nothing new. Look, 97% of all the people who spend all of the money on seminars and coaching programs and everything else, 97% of them don't do anything with it. To me, I just don't understand that. I don't understand if the public knew that they had a 97% chance of failure after spending their $5,000 to $50,000 that they're getting ready to spend. I doubt they'd spend it. In addition to that, I don't understand how companies can go out there and know that 97% of the people are going to fail at what they're selling and then still sell it. I don't get it. But I wanted to educate you guys on how the seminar world works. As you can remember, I'm a product of the seminar world, so I don't hate it, contrary to some popular belief out there. I really don't. It is because of that world that I am where I am today, and so for that I'm appreciative. But I think there are better ways to help people than taking their money and hoping that 3% of them succeed. And so I just wanted to educate you a little bit about how the seminar world works and what I've learned over the years, now being kind of on the outside still, but because I teach my own seminars, I'm part of that world and I understand it. It's a small world, and you begin to understand and learn what other people do. And I have a different understanding, a unique understanding, I guess, of that business that probably most of you don't. And so this week we had another client who came in, and they would have had enough money to invest in property which would benefit them, but they spent it. And they spent it on that education that they will never ever use. And so that frustrates me. Not because we lose a sale, but because that individual now has to wait years and years to be able to recoup the money so that they can actually begin to invest when that's what they had spent the money for to begin with. So let's just go through an example. Let's say one of you goes out and you get home and you get this mail piece. And you open it up, it's an invitation to a guru's workshop. They're coming to your town. This is your opportunity. You get to learn from the guru, from the man or woman. And in the mail piece, it talks about, you know, you can make $50,000, $100,000, whatever, in 2 months, and who doesn't want to do that, right? So you're excited. In addition to that, they're going to give you a DVD, they're going to give you an iPad, they're going to give you all this cool free stuff just for attending. I mean, what do you have to lose? So you head there skeptical, but you want to get your free iPad and you want to see if this guy really has got the magic sauce, right? So you show up and everything just works like, I mean, it's perfection in a seminar. I mean, it's awesome. From check-in and everything, it just goes really smooth. And then the speaker gets on stage, and it is, of course, not the guru. It is a paid speaker. The speaker is helping the guru because they don't have, I mean, they can't be in all these places at one time, and of course that makes sense. So they do a fantastic job. They're a professional speaker, and in 45 minutes they have dazzled the crowd. Everybody now knows that they can go out and do this if they just have a couple of things, because of course in 45 minutes they couldn't possibly teach you how to do this. You need to come to their 2-day intensive workshop, their boot camp. And it's only $4.99. $3.99, whatever the price is. And, you know, 20 to 35% of you in that room are going to buy it. And let's say you buy it. Okay, so $500, that's not that big of a deal. So you decide you want to go. But in between now and then, you could be looking at their software package that they're going to show you at their 2-day event. You really need that to be able to do this. And they'll give it to you at a special price today. So instead of paying the $1,500 or $2,000 that it costs at the event, you can spend $9.99 today and you can get it, and then you can learn it before the event. You're going to be that much further ahead than everybody else. And so you buy it because you're going to need it anyway. And who doesn't want to make $50,000 in 2 months? So if you need the software and it's only $1,000, that's an easy investment. So you buy those things. You're $1,500 out and you head to the 2-day. They've promised at the 2-day to show you everything you could possibly need to do this. Now you're going to be able to leave and do this. And honestly, the information they give you during the 2-day is pretty good. You're impressed. In addition to that, though, they've got 2 or 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 other companies that come and present to you their stuff that you also need. Maybe it's a different way to do real estate. I don't know, maybe who knows what it is. They've got tons of other products. In addition to those products and those different companies, they've also got for you some coaching. Because of course, even with the 2-day, most people are really going to need hand-holding. And that's actually true. Problem is you're not going to get handheld. You're going to actually have access to a person on the phone. For that, you're going to pay an extra $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. But they'll give you a discount if you buy it that day. So you buy it. You've got the whole thing now. Now you're going to go out there and be successful. Reality is when you leave and you hit the ground running, after you work your 40 to 60 hour job, you're exhausted and you're trying to sift through all this data and you get lost. That's what your coach is for, so you call your coach. And the coach keeps you motivated. It's their job to keep you motivated. It's their job to help you. Probably 10% of the coaches out there actually know what they're doing and the other 90% don't. They just sit on a phone and they help you the best they can. Now, at this point, you start to get frustrated. It's been a couple of weeks, you can't find a deal, things aren't going well, and you're talking to your coach, you're staying motivated, you're doing what you're supposed to do. It's just really difficult. It's more difficult than, of course, they told you it was at the event. But you're still motivated, you want to make this work. At this point, you're going to start getting phone calls from all of the additional people that you're going to need on your team. These are all separate companies that are contracted with the seminar company because you're going to need tax help as soon as you make some money. You're going to need an LLC to put your properties in so that you can take some tax benefit. You're going to need all of these different things, folks, and every one of them is going to cost you more money. The reality is you don't need an LLC if you don't have any property. You don't need any tax help if you've made no money. 97% of you aren't going to make any money, and so you don't need those things. But they're going to sell them to you anyway. When it's all said and done, you've spent, who knows, tens of thousands of dollars, and you have zero real estate, no investments, you've made no dollars. We see this all the time, and it's sickening. So share the word with everybody else. Help them understand. Now there's another form of that's kind of jumped on the scene recently, and those are the people who will actually sell you some properties. Most of them are junk properties, but they'll sell them to you. But you have to pay for a membership first, and then typically you have to pay for every single property. You have to pay them for the right to buy the properties after you're a member. Everything else is the same, and they'll still sell you LLCs, they'll still sell you all the good stuff, right? But you'll actually get some properties. That's better than the first one because at least you end up with something for all the money that you spent. So we get asked all the time, what's the difference between us and those other companies? Folks, the difference is stark. We're real estate brokerage. I'm a broker. My financial team, the people who talk to you and help you create plans, those guys and gals, they're licensed agents or brokers. We all make our money by helping you actually purchase investment properties. You spend $0 with us on education, coaching, training, or anything else. You don't pay us to make your plan. You don't pay us to be a member of your team. You don't pay us any of these things. We get paid from the sellers when we help you buy a property. That's the difference. Look, if you want to pay people tens of thousands of dollars for something that you will likely never use, then go ahead. If you just want to learn how to invest in property and actually do it, folks, we can help you do that. We can help you do that. And if you'll let us help you before you spend all that money, the person this week could have bought 2 properties. They could have been cash flowing $700 a month and increasing their net worth if they hadn't wasted it on the seminar companies. And that's just the beginning. You know, the seminar companies, they sell your information to the other seminar companies, and you get put in this big I mean, it never ends, folks. It never ends. Listen, I'm headed to DC. I just wanted to help you understand so that you can help your neighbors understand. Don't get scammed by all these people out there selling you all this stuff. Folks, you don't need it. You need to invest your money wisely. We're happy to help you. I'll talk to you when I get back from DC. Thanks.